Hello, my name is Lola, and I'm going to be reacting to Old PT Makes My T.T. Flee the C.T. by Caddicarus. Yeah, I just want to step back a little bit from the Crash Bandicoot for a little bit, just for this once, and see what Caddy thinks about PT. In case you don't know, PT stands for Playable Teaser. It was a demo. It was supposed to be uh, like a little like demo for the next Silent Hill game, which was going to be called Silent Hills. It was supposed to star Norman Reedus. It was developed by Hideko Kojima and Guillermo del Toro. Uh, yeah, like I remember watching other people play the demo, like Markiplier, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, everybody, Game Grumps, like. And yeah, I was one of those people that would, anytime something creepy happened, anytime a scary, creepy noise would pop up, like I would just duck under the comments. Like it was that scary. And then, like not even like I think maybe a year after the demo was released, it was deleted because for some reason I don't know. It could have been probably money or development choices. I don't know. But the project for the new Silent Hill game just was canceled. And now we're just like left wondering, like, man, what could have been. And to this day, people are hoping and praying that one day, Silent Hill will make a big comeback. So am I. Like, my God, like that demo was so creepy, man. Like, oh God, gave me willies, man. My God. Anyway, let's see what Caddy thinks about it. And then, yep, I got a Beat You account where you can see my full reaction to TV shows, movies, videos that I've reacted to on YouTube. For some reason, YouTube won't let me upload. And if you want to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Here we go.
No. No. No.
Oh God. Oh Jesus, not that face.
No. No. The game didn't kill me. Isn't that a PT?
I get it, PT.
Greetings and salutations, my beautiful people, and welcome to the Caddicarus Show, where I always do the dirty deed of... Actually, you know who I am already. You know who I am, and you know what I do. Unless, of course, you're new here and you don't know anything about me, in which case, where the fuck have you been?
I'm only joking.
Okay, blah blah blah, okay, I'm Caddicarus and I decide which games get slaughtered or salvaged. Now, today, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with this Caddicarus show. I'm going to actually be covering something pretty much brand new. Something in date. Something topical. And it's something modern. Something that probably all of you have already heard about. Because, it did kind of explode recently.
And the game that I'm covering today is going to be a little PS4 exclusive game known as
PT. You see, PT.
And for the first time ever in the history of this channel, I am covering a demo. This game is piss-pantingly terrifying, yes, that's true, but despite anything I say about it, it is still only a demo, and so, before anyone gets up in arms and confused about this, please allow me to explain myself. For those who have stayed with my channel for a good few years now, I hope you know by now that I wouldn't talk about something on this show to you all unless I thought it was interesting. intriguing. And today, despite this game only being a simple demo, it impacted me so much that I felt like it needed a full episode. Honest to God, I never thought that I would ever even consider covering something as small and not quite fully representative to the final product as a fucking demo in my whole life. Yet, here I am, talking about a demo. Anyway,
P.T.
is a horror game developed by a game studio in conjunction with Guillermo del Toro and, wait for it, Hideo freaking Kojima. And I must be completely honest, even though this is a demo, it is quite possibly one of the top 10 scariest things I've ever experienced in my life. Now I get the impression that they locked Hideo Kojima in a rotting basement, and then they fed him some chicken McNuggets draped in crack, and then asked him to develop a game based on the nightmares that he had from it. Well, actually,
P.T.
isn't really a demo, because it actually stands for playable teaser. Yeah, that's like calling the newest Paranormal Activity watchable movie. You can't get much scarier than that. But what is it a teaser for, exactly? Well, if you were patient enough to try and beat this, it's actually a teaser for the new upcoming Silent Hill game, Silent Hills, which is still a bit hazy in the details, but seems to be scheduled for release in 2016. Now, I don't know what's scarier. Kojima or crack cocaine, or the fact that I've got to wait 2 years for this potential masterpiece to come out. Don't worry. Patience, Cat. Patience. Patience. Patience rewards everybody. Oh yeah, patience. Oh yeah. All we need is just a little patience. Now I know I've been calling this game a demo for the last few minutes, despite the fact I also know that
P.T.
technically isn't a demo since it's potentially got nothing to do with the final product being worked on, but you know what? It's still a demonstration. Demonstration. It's a demonstration of the themes, the game mechanics, the tech, and the promise. It's a demo. It's a demonstration. I don't care what anyone else says.
It's a teaser!
It's a demo! Silly labeling of this game aside, however, what is this all about? You start the game with no objective, no mechanics, no story, jack diddly fuck, and you wake up alone and confused in a darkened room. My most favourite way of starting a game. Hit start and figure it out from there, you little shits. Upon leaving the room, you find yourself exploring these rather tight corridors in someone's family home. Who you are, what you're doing, what's going on, it is there, but it isn't thrown excruciatingly painfully into your face. The plot in this is extremely pushed back, but pushed forward enough for you to speculate the true ideas of what's going on and leave behind enough mystery and suspense to throw you off. As you wander around this dimly lit, trash-piled, once happy family home, you notice a few things thrown into the game to uncover more basic plot. The radio nearby reveals a news broadcast about a ruthless murder taking place in which a man brutally killed his family before hanging himself. This is as much sense the story will ever make, as from this point onwards you find nothing else to do and walk towards the only open door in the house. Upon entering this strange basement door, you appear right back at the beginning again. Fuck. And from that moment on, that's when this game decides to make you it. Bitch! You continuously walk around looking at things and looping around the same exact corridors as gradual, more gruesome events unfold. And where that may sound repetitive and predictable, this game does everything it can to throw you off guard. You see, where you may expect this game to just be a simple sightseeing tour with predictable triggers and no interaction, so basically a ghost train, this game manages to throw no threat at you whatsoever, and yet still manage to rip your heart out of your chest on more than one occasion. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that P.T. makes my T.T.s flee the C.T. As the room keeps on looping, the Silent Hill aspect becomes much more prominent, with increasingly more horrific events unfolding as you continue, involving mysterious figures slamming doors, swinging blood-dripping boxes from the ceiling, whispers and crying through the radios, a seeping bag of bloody body parts that talks to you. This fucking ghost stalks you! And finally, this lovely image of a fucking fetus writhing in a molded bathroom sink. With poo in it. It's trippy, it's confusing, and quite honestly, the way this plays in with the sound design, strange unknown game mechanics, and incredibly gritty presentation can make it terrifying. And speaking of presentation, a Redditor known as Wolfgang actually took a screenshot from a part of the game and simply edited the gamma and other basic image levels to give us this. Holy hell. By this point, this pretty much looks like a real photo. And apparently, this game wasn't even meant to look even close to the final product. Something that fills me with extreme excitement, but also... how much better could you make this look exactly? Too much polish and you'll fuck it up, you cheeky chickens. The game warns you not to play it if you have heart conditions, so with that worrying warning, it can heighten the tension of less experienced horror gamers to a point of occasionally taking a break by pausing the game. But even if you do that, you will be punished.
Tanto que todo él temblaba.
There are tons of Easter eggs like this hidden around the game, and every time you play it, you will find something different. It's extremely off-putting. Talking about plot again, as the game went on, I think I had my own brief idea to what was going on. I was figuring that I was the murderer that killed his family before taking his own life, and because of that, I am now forever stuck in my own personal limbo of hell. Or at least, before you figure out at the end, my own Silent Hill. And in that sense, this game is a fantastic portrayal of a true psychotic descent into panic, into madness, into the main character's own grating fears, and into Silent Hill itself. Much like in previous Silent Hill games, ambiguity and cryptic scattered messages allow the player to decipher in their own way what's actually going on in the broad scheme of things, which is great and pretty creepy, but then...
Oh, let me see. What did I say? Yeah, this game is purely fictional, and it cannot harm you in any way, shape, or form.
Pretty creepy, but then the same thing can be said equally on the gameplay mechanics. This game essentially is a trigger horror game.
The wonderful thing about triggers
is that they can actually be hidden extremely well. Any kind of jump scares, much like in SCP-087-B, do appear in specific situations, but with no given context, which means that no two plays are the same and tension is extremely high. Something that really can't be said for most horror games nowadays. You have your own little impact on the environments, for sure, but whether or not your interactions affect what happens remains to be said, making the impact of even the smallest noises remarkably unbearable.
And much like the plot as well, the game mechanics are ambiguous. Very ambiguous. Maybe even too ambiguous to some.
This is, in essence, a puzzle game, with each loop of the house presenting a new puzzle to solve. Sometimes it's something as simple as just walking through the loop again. Sometimes it's examining a door frame before you walk through the loop again. And other times it's finding incredibly well-hidden pieces of paper to complete a picture before looping again. All with no goal, no indication, no direction, just by your own pure wit alone. Now, this can be equal parts good and bad. Good in the sense that you never know how your interactions affect the environment and change the scare tactics. The lack of knowledge to whether or not you're actually in danger, the lack of knowledge to your own sanity as you wander aimlessly, shitting your pants around every corner. Not to mention getting the entire community talking and cracking their heads together to try and solve everything. But it's bad in the sense that... as I said, it's ambiguous. No main gameplay mechanics or controls are even vaguely explained to you, turning this into a bit of a random button masher at some points, with a slight hit everything everywhere until something happens to continue vibe. And I had to look online to solve the last puzzle. You know why that is? Because fuck that puzzle! I understand that the teaser needed to stretch out a bit of length for what it is, and I more than understand gamers wanting to destroy the cockiness of Kojima for claiming nobody could solve that last puzzle for at least a week. And in that sense, it's great. We need more games that force discussion and debate and experimentation amongst some of the most dedicated and intelligent gamers out there, like in the 80s with the Sword Quest games. But oh god, even with games and their random cryptic bullshit puzzle elements, like with the original Zelda's Burning Bush that could have been any bush anywhere. Yeah, it was the 80s with no internet, and the only thing that you could do was ask friends that knew friends that knew friends that figured it all out to complete the puzzle for that. But at least they weren't as specific as, you have to wait for 3 baby laughs that can be triggered by waiting for midnight to strike, and then you take 10 steps, listening to the phone, staring at a wall, taking 10 more steps, calling for a ghost with a DualShock 4 microphone, staring at your feet, taking a bath. I can forgive this occasionally complete random set of mechanics, what with it being a teaser that gets everybody talking and sharing their experiences. In that sense, it's ingenious for publicity, but if it's heavily condoned in the full game, that'll be extremely unnecessary and unbelievably obtuse and frustrating. But hey, coming from game developers that called themselves the 7780 Studio because that number is actually the size in square kilometers of Japan's Shizuoka Prefecture, which can be translated in English to Quiet Hills, almost very similar to Silent Hill, I find it no surprise how cryptic this game can get. I'm going to redirect you right now to this video made by an extremely clever guy who discovered the definitive way of solving this final puzzle. And holy shit, how he figured it out is unbelievable. I implore you all to check it out in the description. It's incredible, and without it, this video might not even have been possible. So thank you very much for that. I fucking love you.
Kojima has been known in the past to be a bit of a marketing sod. You know, what with all of his cryptic messages and themes and all of his trailers and all of the things that he uses in his games, he then puts into reality for publicity stunts, like with Raiden and MGS2 and the whole concept of being lied to and being deceived by technology and global media and social spread and everything. He's been known to do that. And yes, this game is kind of like that in a sense, but what better universe would that fit in than with the universe of Silent Hill? It really does fit here, and honestly, this is probably one of the best marketing stunts I have ever seen in my life. Nice work there. Again, this game is only a teaser, but honestly, the potential and promise that from this thing, it's utterly gobsmacked me, and I just had to make a video to express my excitement for the future of this. Now, I won't give this game a salvage today, purely because, well, it's not a fully retailed thing yet. I didn't pay any money for it, and I just don't think that that's fair. It doesn't classify. It was a free game, so, you know, whatever. Yeah, I know I did that with Slender, but fuck off. Rest assured, though, I love this little nightmare, and if you have a PS4, you should get this. Right now.
But just be careful, because if you do get it, make sure you know what you're doing. Otherwise, this will happen to you.
Don't you do it! Don't you do it! Ah! I hate you. No. Yeah, just end me. Oh, I hate that noise at the end. Ugh.
Hello there everybody, and thanks so much for watching, but before I go, I just wanted to let you know a little something. The guys at Games Grabber informed me that they managed to get their hands on some special keys for 3 amazing Batman games, and they're actually 15% cheaper than they are on Steam right this second. So if you look in the link in the description, which should be in there somewhere, you'll be able to go straight to my Games Grabber collection and buy them yourself. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, then please leave me a little like, because Greg Black, Abdullah Almana, Nick Marchenko, a YouTuber.
Yeah, sadly, this game was, yeah, to think now, man, what could have been. And from what I hear, instead of going forward with the Silent Hill franchise, instead they're gonna make remakes of either Silent Hill 1 or Silent Hill 2. It's like, man, like, come on, man, it's like, why fix something that's not broken, you know? Like, the games are already good as it is. I can see you, like, making a remake or a remaster of the first game. That one I can see. But Silent Hill 2? Like, come on, man. Leave that one alone. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, why not just go forward, you know? Anyway. Yeah. Jesus. Oh, God. Like I said, man, this game is still scary, man. Even... when was it? 2014, I think, when this demo was released? Jesus, it's already been that long. Oh my God. Well, now all we can do is just wait to see what Konami does now. That's all we can do now, just wait. If they're even gonna come up with anything related to Silent Hill. Anyway, yeah, that's my reaction to old PT makes my T.T. Flee the C.T, whatever that means, by Caddicarus. Everyone take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.